Hey everybody, wanted to do a video on the field stripping of the Springfield Model 1911 A1. This is not as easy as a mil spec. You actually do need some tools to take this guy apart. So let's go ahead and get started. First of all, check, make sure it's empty. And this guy is empty, has a snap cap in it. I usually keep that in there just in case I need to dry fire and check it. So you're going to put the safety on. Once the safety goes on, we're going to take the plug off. Let's see if this thing focuses. All right. Yeah. The way you do that is when you purchased your pistol, it came with this little baggie full of tools. One of them was this big Allen wrench. The other one was the little one. The little one's for adjusting your rear sight. So we're not going to use that one. We're going to use the larger one. So what we'll do is we're going to grab a hold of it. I'm going to put our Allen wrench in there like so. Let me get this light adjusted so maybe you can see a little bit better. And we're going to go counterclockwise, and we're just going to open that guy up. This is your half of your recoil guide rod, and that guy will just pop right out. Alright. Now, next thing we need to do is you have this cap. Let me see here. You have this cap right here that you need to press down so we can move the bushing out of the way. So the way I do it is I kind of grab my cleaning brush. It's a plastic brush. I'm going to use that to press this down far enough. When it goes down, I'm going to tilt that to the left. There we go. Get a little bit more pressure off of it. Alright. Just kind of, the cap is under pressure, so when you take it out, be very, very careful. Okay, so then we're going to take that guy out, put it to the side. Now the spring, the other half of the recoil guide, is actually in the gun, so we're not going to take that out. I'm just going to move the bushing. I'm going to move the spring down just a little bit, move the bushing to 4 o'clock position, and the bushing comes right out. The bushing comes out. Now we can go ahead and put the safety down. Now this is our takedown lever. You're going to push it from this side, but what we're going to do, you got two notches. You got the big notch and you got the little notch. We're going to line up the little notch on top of the slide release. So we're going to go back to here. I don't know if you guys see that or not. Let's see here. There you go. So that you're going to line that notch up right there. And then all you have to do is push from this side, and it'll just pop right out. And then we're going to grab it, we're going to take it out like that. We're going to put that to the side. Got a little bit of oil on it. Alright, and then the slide will come right off. Alright, I'm going to put the frame aside. Here's our slide. The recoil spring will come out just like that. This is a fairly new gun. I've had a little over 1,200 rounds through it, so this thing still doesn't separate. So I'm just gonna set that aside. And then the barrel, you just put the barrel length down, and you can slide it right out of the front. All right, and that would be your basic field strip of the Springfield 1911 A1. And then we'll come back and do the reassembly. Okay, now for the reassembly. So first thing we want to do is we're going to grab our slide. After you cleaned it, you lubed it, everything's good to go. I grease mine. I don't lube mine. I don't oil it. I just kind of grease it. Barrel goes in first. Make sure the link is down. It's going to go in from the front. Slide in. Make sure it drops into the login. Make sure it drops into the locking lugs. You see those little notches in there? You have the male parts on the barrel itself, and then you have the female parts in the slide. So make sure when it goes in there to click in, make sure it like sits in there and it locks. Alright, next we're going to put our recoil spring. Make sure you put that in. Now there is a direction where that goes in. I don't know if you can see this. See how you got that notch underneath? That needs to go on top of the barrel. So if this was the barrel, that's going to sit right on top of the barrel. Okay, so make sure you put it in exactly that way. Alright, that goes in. We're just going to rest our link gently against it. Then we're going to grab the frame. Make sure it's cocked. Don't go anywhere near the trigger. You don't want to drop that hammer with it cocked without the slide on. So very easily kind of slide that in. We don't want that barrel link to move. Just move that in. There you go. Sometimes you have to press your grip safety before it goes in. Alright, that is in. Next we're going to flip it over. Now in this hole, let's see here. See, my barrel's not lined up. There we go. Now it's better. Alright, the barrel link, I don't know if we can see if we can get this thing to focus. Yeah. See how it's right there? We just want to line that up inside, just like that. Once that's lined up, we're going to grab our takedown lever. I'm just going to pop that in. Now be careful not to scratch your slide or your frame. Just kind of support it gently. And then we're going to move that back and set the notch up right there. And I'm going to go push it right in. I usually check, make sure it's in. Alright, we are in. Okay, that's in. I'll put the safety on so the slide doesn't move around. Next, we're going to put our bushing on. And our bushing is going to go in. I'm going to put it in at a 4 o'clock position, move it over to the 9 o'clock position, and that's locked in now. Then I'm going to put our cap on. I'm going to push that down. Get it nice, get it in there. Now see how there's two steps? There's like two parts to it. There we go. Yeah, you got a little step right here. So I just kind of rested on that so it doesn't come back and hit me in the face. And then we're going to grab our plastic tool so we don't mar anything. I'm going to push that down all the way. Line it up, and it's in. Next, we are going to slip the second half of our recoil assembly in there. And then just kind of see if I can find the hole. Alright. I'm just going to go in. You don't want to put too much torque on it because you really don't want to break those threads in there. Just put a little bit of pressure on it. And I'm just going to put just thumb pressure. I'm not going to use my entire hand. Just going to put a little bit of thumb pressure on it, and that's really, it's good enough. You don't want to overdo it because you're going to screw things up. All right. Now we'll do a function check. All right, slide locks back. Everything's in there. All right, I'm going to put the safety on. Pull the trigger, nothing happens. Safety off, pull the trigger, nothing should happen. Press the grip safety, pull the trigger. All right, we are good. All right, guys, that would be just a basic disassembly and reassembly of the Springfield Model 1911 A1. Let me know if you have any questions. See ya.